start in child's pose today. So we're going to take our toes up against the wall. We're going to take our knees nice and wide on our mat. And then we're going to settle our sit bones back towards our heels and just extend to the upper body and the arms and soften everything towards the mat. Now, while you're here, let the heart get nice and heavy towards the mat. Everything's just melting. Should feel a nice stretch in through the hips. And as you sit here, lie here, whatever we want to call this, just do a quick little inventory check. Checking with the body, checking with the joints, the muscles, the headspace, the energy level. Get a gauge on how you're feeling this morning. Remember, no expectations, no destination in sight. Let your body guide you. Now, taking all 10 finger pads into the mat, start to float the palms up off the mat, the forearms up off the mat, and press down like you're pressing into a piano. Should feel this nice stretch all through the back of the arms, the underarms, maybe even a bit through the shoulder blades. Hold here. Take a big breath in through the nose. A little pause and then exhale through the nose. Just a few more breaths like that. Now go ahead and let those palms soften back down onto the mat. We're going to walk the hands off to the right. Send that left sit bone further back, left hand on top of the right hand. Let everything extend off to the side. Get a nice big side body stretch here. Walking the hands through center. Let's take it to the left and send that right hip back. Big extension here. And back through center. Let everything soften one more time. Big breath in through the nose. Fill the lungs, fill the belly. Exhale slowly, let everything settle. This time as we inhale, float that right arm high. Big reach to the sky. And on the exhale, thread it underneath the left. Shoulder and ear to the mat. Big reach. You can press those fingers into the mat, the palm into the mat, whatever you like. And open up to the side body. Maybe take that arm up or wrap it around. Tuck it into that right hip crease. Your choice. Big opening here. Nice twist. And release. Come on back to center. We're going to switch it up. Inhale, left arm high to the sky. Big reach to the heavens. Exhale, right underneath. Step forward. And then once again, release, come on back, just for a breath. Again, big breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Of course, you know if you want to do set an intention for your class, you can always do that at the beginning of each of your classes. And we're going to walk back. And we're just going to come onto our sit bones. Keeping the knees bent, we're going to take the toes off of the mat. Nice and slow, and just take the spine down onto the mat. Extend through the arms, again, T, a V, or a stop sign, whatever's good for you. And then float those knees off to the right. Let's find our twist. Press the toes into the mat. Let those knees get heavy. Welcome to take a block underneath that mat if you'd like. And again, option to take that left ear to the mat. Hold here. Come on back to center with the knees. Come on back to center with the gaze. You know where we're going. Big breath in on the exhale. Knees go off to the left. Feel that stretch. And if you like, right ear to the mat. Come on back to center. We're gonna walk those feet up the mall. So again, you wanna make sure that your knees are in line with your hips. If you need to make a little adjustment, go ahead and do that. Legs or shins are parallel to the mat. Take the arms alongside of the body, imprint through the lower back, take a big breath in, neck, head, and shoulders come up. Just hold this little curve. So we're floating the shoulders and head above the mat. We're just holding here, waking up the belly. Now from here, give me 10 little pulses as we take those fingers towards the floor, towards the wall. Curling in for 10, 9, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Come on down. Go ahead and take that right ankle onto that left thigh. Send that right knee away. You should feel a juicy stretch into that glute, into that outer hip. We hold here. We're finding our number 4. Of course, you know you can do this on your back. You can do this against the wall as we're doing here. You can do it in your chair as you're sitting at your desk. So if you've got particularly tight hips, don't be afraid to stretch throughout the day. Last breath here. And release that. Take that right foot to the wall. We're going to switch it up. Left ankle, right knee. Send that left knee away. We hold. And release. Go ahead and take both feet onto the mat. Sorry, wall. Arms along the side of the body. Take a big breath in on the exhale. Go ahead and take those hips up. Press the shoulders into the mat. You want to feel a little bit of stretching through the shoulders, opening up through the belly. Hold here. And go ahead and come on back down. Leaving the left leg where it is. Take that right leg straight up. Take the hands along the back of that hamstring. Or you can take your strap here if you like, ladies. And we're just going to allow that leg to come a little closer. So you should feel a nice stretch all along the back of the leg. Now, if we want to incorporate that calf, take the toes to the shin, heels to the head, and find your stretch here. And release that. Go ahead and float that foot back to the wall. Go ahead and take that left leg up. You go ahead, whether you're taking a strap and switching it off or taking your hands to your thigh, you decide. Let that leg get heavy as it melts towards the chest, toes to the shin, heels to the heavens, wake up that calf muscle as well. So again, let the leg guide you, taking it to where it feels that nice stretch, no discomfort, no pain. And go ahead and release that. From here, again, arms along the side of the body. We're going to come into some wall bridge work. You take a big breath in on the exhale, imprint. Tailbones lifting, go ahead and pull those hips up. Extend fully, get that nice flexion into the hips, come on back down. We're going to go for 10. And 9. Slow and control, really extend through those hips as we come up. Squeezing the glutes on the way up. We got one more. And down. You might need to come a little bit closer. We're going to take those feet up just a little bit. So a little slightly higher than 90 degrees. Again, nice and controlled in through the core so that spine is nice and flat. Take that right leg up to the heavens. It's extended. Left knee is bent. Single legs. We come up for 10 and down. 2, last one, stay high, tap the wall, bring the toes towards the shoulders for 10. Tap. Slow and controlled, ladies, we're in no rush. Four, 3, 2, last one. Come on back, take that foot onto the wall, slowly lower down. So again, feet are slightly higher than 90 degrees. You might have to adjust every single time we move because we tend to float away from the wall. So again, arms alongside of the body. We imprint, tails tightly, slightly tilted upwards. Go ahead and come on up. Take that left leg straight up. We come on down for 10. Don't forget to breathe. 3, 2, last one, stay high. Tap the wall, come on back towards the shoulders. You decide what range of motion makes sense. We've got 3, no saggy hips. 2, last one, legs straight up and lower the sit bones back down onto the mat. Take that left foot to the wall. Now here, if you'd like, you can incorporate some weights. Nothing too heavy, nothing heavier than a 5-pounder. Anywhere from 2 to 5. We're gonna float those arms up. Feet are against the wall and curling in. Take those fingers towards the wall. Crunching in for 10, 9, 8. Last one, hold here, give me 10 pulses. 10, 9. Remember that bottom rib and hip are coming closer together. And release, come on back down. Take those elbows in line with the shoulders. Press the shoulder blades into the mat, get them nice and solid against the mat, and now bring those arms up. Squeeze that pencil between the breasts, curling in for 10. Squeeze. So even if you don't have weights, isometrically, as you bring those arms together and you squeeze that pencil, you're activating your pectorals. So it's important to really squeeze at the top. 2, and 1. Keep those arms together, weights together. Elbows are above the shoulders. We're going to bring those weights down for 10. Should feel a nice stretch in the tris. You could probably do this with heavier weights, obviously. But when we're here in this position, it's just a little easier to do lighter weights for safety reasons. Because we're going to go back to the core, and we don't want really heavy weights when we float those arms up. Last one. Go ahead and take those arms back down, palms up to the heavens. When you're ready, one more time, imprint through the small of the back, foot, neck, head, shoulders. Take those fingers towards the wall. Nice little crunch, slow for 10, 9, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and take those weights down. We're going to take those hands behind the head. So you want to be able to see your elbows in the periphery. You're just supporting the head. You're not yanking on it. So when you're ready, one more time, we're going to imprint through the small of the back, foot, neck, head, and shoulders. Take that left knee towards that right elbow. Curling in for 10. Same side. 9, 8. Should feel your obliques working here. Squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax. We're switching it up. Right knee, left elbow. When you're ready, curling in for 10, 9, 2, and 1. Coming back. We're going to come into alternating one. So when you're ready, we are imprinting first. Up go neck, head, and shoulders. And it's opposite elbow to opposite knee for 10. Squeeze. So again, feet are just above 90 degrees. We got 3, 2. Last one. Come on back to center. So again, arms are along the side of the body. We're going to extend those legs straight up, ladies. We're going to reach for our weights again. Taking those weights together. You can interlace your fingers if you like, but keep those arms nice and relaxed. A little softness in the elbows, but they're stacked above the shoulders. Lower back is heavy on the mat. When you're ready, curling up. And now take those weights up to the heavens for 10, 9. Should feel the core working. 3, 2, 1. Stay here and again. 10. So straight up to the heavens. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. This time, we're going to take these weights and we're going to take them towards the toes. So again, a little softness in those knees. Separating the hands this time. When you're ready, curling in, taking the weights towards the toes for 10. Curl up as much as you can. Last one, hold here. Hold for 5, 4, 3, don't go anywhere. 2, 1. Stay where you are. Bring those elbows in line with the shoulders. Head and neck are off the mat. We squeeze in for 10. Press into the wall with your feet. Squeeze. If this bothers your neck, go ahead and take your head back down to the mat. 2. Last one. Release neck, head, and shoulders. Release the weights. Go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together, ladies. Go ahead and take those feet down the wall. Take the hands to those inner thighs. Find that inner thigh stretch. If you want, you're welcome to take those hips a little closer to the wall. Find that stretch here. Last couple breaths here. Now release that hand on the outside, bring those legs together. Once again, you may have to adjust where your sit bones are. We're going to take those feet back up. But this time we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. So we're cobblers up against the wall and these are soft. Once again, we're going to reach for those weights. If you choose to use them, you know they're optional. But we're going to take those weights towards the wall. So imprint through the lower back. Take the arms parallel to the floor. And now send those weights towards the floor. Curling in for 10, 9, 3, 2, hold here. Hold the head, neck, shoulders up off the mat. Hold for 5, 4. We're going to add into it one more time. Ladies, give me 10 pulses. 10, 9, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Go ahead and take those feet down. Toes are to the wall. Legs are together. Send the knees off to the right. Now, yogi's choice here. You can use weights at heart center and curl up, or you can get the weights completely away and to support the head. Your choice. So we're gonna keep that left hip up to the heavens. We're gonna press those toes into the wall, and we're gonna bring the heart a little closer towards the heavens, curling in for 10. So again, isolating the obliques, squeeze. Two, and one. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, knees to the heavens. Let's switch it up. Take those knees to the left this time. So again, with or without weights, toes into the wall. Make any adjustments that you need to. And then when you're ready, go ahead and float neck, head, shoulders up, curling in for 10, 9, 4, 3, 2, hold, and release. Go ahead and get rid of those weights. Ladies, come onto your back, take your knees to your chest, give yourself a little rock and roll. As always, you can play with where those knees are, taking that massage up and down the spine if you'd like, or maybe settle in on a sweet spot. And then when you're ready, we're going to come into happy baby. So floating those knees to the outside of those shoulders, feet to the heavens, clasping either the ankles, the strap, or the arches of the feet. Take it to a roll. Now extending through one leg, the other. One more each side. And you'll come on back to center. Ladies, go ahead and bring those legs together. We're just going to take the feet to the mat. We're going to float to one side. Doesn't matter because we're coming right into a tabletop position. So feet are against the wall. Arms are stacked. Shoulders are relaxed. We're going to find our cat-cow. So take a big breath in. Let that belly get heavy. Tail and gaze is up. Exhale, chin to chest. Tuck that back. So arch that back. Sorry, tuck that tail. Come on. Let's do a couple more. And now come on back to a neutral tabletop position. I'm going to time us, ladies. We're coming into bear, but we're going to add on to this one this time. So when you're ready, go ahead and float those knees up. Let's hold here. So again, they're just hovering. Core is engaged. Let's tap the right knee, left, right, left. Try and keep that back nice and straight. Just tapping. Tap. You should feel the quads working, you should feel the core working here. Shoulders are building strength. And now just hold. Both knees are floating up the mat. Core is engaged. Almost there, ladies. We hold. And go ahead and take those knees down. This time we're going to bring those legs together. Toes to the wall. Go ahead and float those hips back. Find your shell pose. Forehead to the mat. Tail is heavy. Arms alongside the body. Palms up. Hold here. Fill the lungs, belly with air. Exhale through the nose. Couple more just like that. Then go ahead and relax. Float that chest off the legs. You're gonna wanna have a weight here, so you decide. So we're gonna come into an extended tabletop position. So you're gonna have to play with where you wanna be. You want that leg firmly against the wall, parallel, so you're pushing into the wall. Weight is in between the hands if you choose to use it, your choice. And when you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and send that arm away. Hold here. Core is engaged, we keep quiet, we hold. And go ahead and release that. Take that right knee down, let's switch it up. Left foot into the wall. So you want to feel that connection. And even when the wall's not there, this is how you want to feel an extended table. You're really extending through the back of that leg. The heel is heavy into the wall. When you're ready, right arm away. And release. You know we're going to add into this. So we're going to come into our extended table again on the right, and this time we're going to start to take the elbow and the knee together. So we'll be releasing the foot from the wall. And when you're ready, left arm away, go ahead and take those elbows and knees for 10. Extend. Tap the wall. 9. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Release. Press that heel into the wall even more. A little pause here and release that. We're going to switch it up. When you're ready, left foot to the wall. With or without a weight, right arm up. And now elbow to knee for 10. Tap. 9. 3, 2, last one. Go ahead and take that hand down. Press that heel into the wall. You should feel a nice little heel stretch here. Sorry, a little calf stretch here. And release that. Take that weight out of the way. We're going to walk the hands forward, finding your downward dog. So it may feel really nice to have the heels against the wall, toes are on the mat. And then when you're ready, float those hips back, melt the heart. Find that hollowing between the shoulder blades, which are firm with their palms on the mat. Let everything go. Now start to walk the hands back towards the feet. Maybe take the heels off the wall at this point. And walk back, find your forward fold, let it all go. It's nice to have the tush against the wall. Now if your hamstrings are really tight, your feet are going to be a little further away from the wall, but if you can, you start to melt those heels back. Sit bones to the wall, find your stretch and hold. Of course, you can take your blocks underneath your hands if you like. Let that head get nice and heavy, finding some space in the cervical vertebrae. Maybe a little nod from side to side. A little shake back and forth. And now slowly but surely, we're going to start to walk back up. Now here, you're going to want to take your feet a little bit further away from the wall. And we're going to start to stack the spine 1, 3 at a time. Come on. Take a great big breath in. Big reach to the stars. Exhale, hands to the hands. Sorry, hands to the heart. And we're going to face the wall with our left hip. And we're going to take our palm onto the wall. So in line with the shoulder. So here's where you decide how far away from the wall you want to be. Pressing into the wall, we're going to start to send the heart towards the center of the room. And as we do that, we're pressing that hand further into the wall and we're sending that shoulder opening up. So again, it should feel a nice stretch through the pecs, front of the shoulder, hold here. The more you open up, the more the stretch. The more you press, the more the stretch. You can also take it to a karate chop on the wall. See how that feels. You might like it more, you might like it less, you decide. But again, we're opening up, big stretch through here. Should feel delicious. And release. Go ahead, we're gonna switch it up. Getting ready for some shoulder work, ladies. So again, a little bit of space between the hip and the wall. Pressing down into the wall, open up left side. And again, you can karate chop, decide if that's more or less for you. I feel like I have more stretch when my palms at the wall, but again, it's personal preference. And we rotate through, open up. And release. While we're here, we're gonna come with our back against the wall. So again, if your hamstrings are really tight, they're further away from the wall, that's okay. We're gonna take those elbows in line with the shoulders. And we're simply gonna bring those arms straight up against the wall. Bring them together. And back down. In line with the shoulders. So try and keep the shoulder blades against the wall. Try and keep the arms against the wall. Big stretch up. And back down. We're gonna do 2 more. Big stretch up. And back down. Last one. And back down. Go ahead and bring those arms all the way down. We're gonna get ready for our L hang. So you know that you want to be in line with your shoulders. An easy way to measure this is if you sat against the wall and you made a mark with the heel on your mat, that's roughly where your hands are gonna go. You might have to adjust it slightly. So when you're ready, we bring one leg up. You can start with the hands further away and then walk them back, yogi's choice. And you want to make sure that your legs are parallel to the floor and that your arms are stacked. And we're simply going to hold here. So we're building stability and strength into the shoulders. You come down anytime you want, ladies. We're going to hold for a bit more if you can. If not, you come on down. When you're ready, we start to bring the feet back down onto the mat. Walk the hands back. Find your forward fold. Let it go. Grab opposite elbow with opposite hand. Have a little sway from side to side. Go ahead and release that. We're going to take our hands onto the mat. We're going to walk our hands forward. Find your downward dog one more time. So again, make any adjustments to where you are on your mat. And let everything soften and hold here. Now starting to bring the left foot onto the mat, the sole of the foot onto the mat. Toes are going to point to the outer left edge. Right knee's going to come forward. And we're going to walk forward, finding our warrior 2. So the outside of that left foot is pressing into the mat. Right knee is parallel, making the adjustments that you need. Send the arms straight out. Hold here. Now, if you want, of course, you can always incorporate some weights here. Your choice. Float that right arm onto that thigh, send that left arm up, find your stretch here. And release, come on back, find your warrior 2. Turn to face the front of your mat, hands on either side of the foot, bow over that right leg. If you'd like, you can take your block here, we're coming in a triangle. Start to open up the heart towards the left side of the mat. Send that arm straight up. Hold here. Go ahead and release that. Walk that. Come onto those toes, those left toes. Take that left foot forward, forward fold, let it go. We're gonna take those hands onto the mat. We're gonna take that right foot back. So again, make any adjustments that you need to. Start to take the outsides of that right foot against the wall. We're finding our warrior two on this side. When you're ready, knee is in line with the ankle. Come on up. Make any adjustments to your stance. Weights are optional. You decide. We hold. Go ahead and float that left arm under the thigh. Take that right arm up, extend. Hold here. Come on back, find warrior two. Turn your face in front of your mat. Take those weights down. Hands on either side of the foot. We start to straighten that leg. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. You find the stretch that serves you back and hold. Taking that hand to the outside of that left foot. Let's open up, find our triangle. Again, welcome to use a block, ladies, and hold here. Release that hand back to the mat. This time we're going to step that left foot back, downward dog. Hold here. So once again, we're going to get ready for a plank. When you're ready, go ahead and float forward. Any version of plank that you want, ladies. Feet are against the walls. You can take your knees down if you like. You can take your forearms down. We hold. We're holding for a minute. Making it easy on you. We're not doing 2-minute planks because we're doing bears in there as well. Sometimes I find bears a little more difficult than planks, personally. I feel like get the quads in there. So I'm going to incorporate more of them into our classes. We're more than halfway there. No saggy hips, no asses up in the air. We're extended, we're long, feet are firm into the mat. Arms are stacked, core is engaged. We're taking it down in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ladies, find your child's pose or shell pose. Send the hips to the heels, soften the heart towards the mat. Take a well-deserved break. And then go ahead and start to pull the heart away from the mat. Now here's where you might want to use your blocks. We're coming into warrior 3 against the wall. So have your blocks handy. If you choose to call on them. Once again, we're going to stack the arms. We're going to send those hips up. And now again, we're going to adjust. So we want that right leg extended. You're going to walk the hands forward until you can feel a good connection with that foot. It's parallel to the mat. We're going to walk it back. There's where the blocks come in handy. So we've got that nice warrior 3 going on. And again, this is the feeling that you want to feel with warrior 3 every single time you do it. You want to imagine a wall behind that foot. So as we press into that right foot, we start to send the chest parallel to the mat. Now again, you can stay with your blocks. You can take hands to heart center. You can send the arms straight out, yogi's choice. I'm gonna keep mine at heart center, my balance is a little wonky. We hold. Root down through that left foot, root down and out through that right foot. And now go ahead and start to take that right leg back down, forward fold. Come on back up with the back parallel to the mat. Once again, take that left foot now back. Press it into the wall. So again, you might have to adjust. Find that comfortable stance where you can really root that left foot into the wall, keeping that right leg stacked. So that's what gives you the stability, is that rooting back through that left heel, even when there's no wall there. That's what you have to imagine. Rooting down through that right foot, extending through the spine. Of course, got to be engaged, and you can't hold this pose. And then when you're ready, you decide whether you can do hands to the blocks, hands to heart center, or extended. Last breath here. Go ahead and take those hands to the block, to the mat, forward fold. Let go. Now go ahead and just take those blocks out of the way. We're going to soften through the knees. Let that belly hang on to the thighs. Let everything go. So we're just really kind of curled and relaxed here. Now root through the feet. Start to extend through the legs. Start to straighten up. And then rolling up one vertebra at a time. Let's just do a little bit of shoulder work here. Rolling those shoulders back. Go ahead and roll those shoulders forward. And now come on back to the wall. We're going to take our backs against the wall. We're going to come to some wall holds here. I'm going to time us. So when you're ready, walk the feet out. If you can, knees are parallel to the hips. Small of the back is rooting in to the wall. And we're just going to hold. So again, pressing everything into the wall. Feet are firm into the mat. Try not to put your hands on your thighs. That's a bit of a cheat. Hold here. Quads are working. So again, we can do exercise anytime, anywhere. We don't need a lot of fancy equipment. Gives us a little bit more if we want to choose to use it. But if we think about what muscles we're engaging and we wake them up, they'll work a lot more efficiently and they'll work a little bit harder for us. Because we're focusing on those areas that's doing the work. Sending oxygen to the areas that's doing the work. So you can see here, just by pressing the spine into the mat, your core is engaged. Quadriceps are engaged. That's a 1 minute hang, ladies. We're doing a little bit more. If you need to come out of it and come back in, that's okay. Strength's a journey. Again, no destination in sight just yet. Goals are a different thing, but it's not a destination. Let's hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay here with the heels up for 10, 9, 8, 3, 2. Leave the heels up high. Press the toes into the mat. Hold here for 5, 4. You got this. 3, 2, 1. Heels down. Push away from the wall. We're going to hold on to that wall. Coming to a nice quad stretch here. So heel to the sit bones. Knees are in line with the hips. You wanna wake up that hip flexor, take those knees back a bit. Don't arch the back though, stay nice and tall as if the string was at the top of your head. Hold. And release. Go ahead and switch it up. Pardon my back. Again, heel to the sit bones. Imagine energy going from that left hip all the way down that knee. And then once again, if you like, you can take that knee back a bit more. Hold here. And release. We're gonna come into a little calf stretch here. So take the right toes to the wall, root down through the heel, soften the knee, press the toes into the mat. You should feel a nice calf stretch here. So root down through that heel, press the toes into the mat. If you want more, bring that heel a little closer again, soften the knee. Hold. And release. Go ahead and take those left toes to the mat. Sorry, to the wall. Heel into the mat. Soften the knee. Root down through that heel. Last breath here. Go ahead and walk away from the wall. 2.5 feet or so, maybe even 3. Hands to the wall. Legs are hip distance apart, heels are into the mat. This is that quad, the calf stretch that most of you probably know. Bring the hips towards the wall. Root down through the heels, find that calf stretch here. We hold. And now push away from the wall. Turn around and face the front of your mat. Please, big breath in. Exhale, take a bow. Walk the hands forward, walk the legs back. We're coming into downward dog. You don't have to be against the wall. We're setting up for pigeon today. We haven't done pigeon for a long time. Go ahead and float that right leg high. Exhale, knee towards the nose. Now send that right knee towards that right wrist. So here, what you don't want to do is flop on that right cheek. If your hips are a bit more open, you can start to take that leg parallel towards the mat. Now that right hip doesn't have to be onto the mat. So you can take a block. If the block is too high, you can take a pillow or a blanket. But you want to keep those hips square. So again, that right hip does not have to be on the mat. Take it to your forearms. And once again, we're gonna hold. I'm gonna hold us equal amounts on both sides. So find the pigeon that serves you best. Stretch into it. Pigeon's one of those poses, the longer you stay in it, the more you settle, the more of a release in that hip that you get. You guys probably forgot about this and it's been such a while. And again, I don't know which classes you're doing, so maybe you have done pigeon recently. I have not done pigeon recently. And now slowly pull the heart away, hands onto the mat, send that leg back down the dog walk it out. While we're here, take a big breath in. On the exhale, float forward, plank just for a breath. Ladies, take the belly of the mat. Chaturanga safely down, uncurl the toes. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra to start, open up the heart. And release. We're gonna do that 2 more times. You can take it progressively deeper each time, your choice. Big breath in. On the exhale, come on up. So again, don't let those elbows fly away from the body. They're nice and tight. Hip points are square towards the mat. Tops of the feet are heavy in the mat. And release. Last time, yogi's choice, cobra or up dog. Come on up. Big breath in. Exhale, we float up, find that stretch. And send it back. So now we're going to set up for the other side. When you're ready, float that left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, send that left knee towards that left wrist. Again, if your knee is less than 90 degrees, those toes are pointed and long, it keeps your ankle safe. If your shin is parallel to the mat, the toes can come towards the shin, your choice. But again, this left hip doesn't have to be on the ground. We find that stretch. So as you have more mobility into that hip, it's going to get a little closer, but you're not going to be there right away. And once again, I'm going to hold here. I'm going to time this on this side. So again, exhale into that hip socket, let it soften. Big breath in, send the breath there. And soften with the exhale. Visualize it. Visualize those muscle fibers relaxing, the actin and the myosin just releasing, creating a bit more space. Power of visualization. The last couple breaths here. And once again, when you're ready, we're going to start to release that, pull the heart away. So when we're getting up, it's okay to let that left sit bone come on down. Hands come back. Downward dog walk. Last time, float forward to plank with control over all the way down. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, cobra. And this time on the exhale, we're going to send the hips back. So yogi's choice for the child's pose or shell pose. Take a moment here. Take that little tour around the body one more time. Check in. How are you feeling now versus when you first came into class? Think about how you might want to spend final Shavasana. Now the walls here, you might want to do legs up the walls. It's a really nice release. You might want to be extended and flat on your back. You might want to use some props, but you decide. And when you solve that mystery slowly, with control, we're going to stack the spine. Coming on to our sit bones. And make your way to whatever version of Shavasana will suit you best. If your hamstrings are particularly tight and you want your legs up the wall, you can take a block underneath your sit bones, give you a little bit of elevation, or take those sit bones a little further away from the walls. Again, your choice. But find that sweet spot. Legs can be together or apart. You can take it to toddler's pose if you choose, whatever serves you. Your moment to get settled. Let those shoulder blades get nice and heavy. Let those sit bones get nice and heavy. There's no tension anywhere in the body anymore. No tension in the jaw, no tension in the brow. We're going to do a little bit of breath work here. Coming into 4 square breathing, we're going to inhale for a count of 4. We're going to pause for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4. Pause for a count of 4. So I'll prompt you. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Fill the lungs, fill the belly. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale, empty out. Let the spine get heavy. Hold. Now, ladies, you can continue with that breath work, or you can come into your own rhythm of breathing that's comfortable. And we're gonna settle it, and we're gonna allow each exhalation to melt us just a little deeper into our mat. We're gonna settle it. Ladies, we're slowly and gently gonna bring awareness back to the body, any way you see fit. And each of you are in a different position, so I'll allow you to bring yourself back to a comfortable position in your own time, without haste, without rush. And then eventually, when you're ready, I'm going to show you a comfortable seated position with a nice tall stacked spine. Bringing hands to the heart, about that heart in gratitude, always grateful that we're well enough to make it to our mats and that we have each other that encourage us to do so. And honor the place in you where the whole universe resides. And when you are in that place in you and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste.